Welcome to the Liquid Latenites Podcast. So I'm torn because I got an opportunity to get a job with this new up and coming egg cartel. And they're trying to move dozens. I'm telling you. But then I just got a text from the Secretary of Defense, and he wants me to invade Hooters of Clearwater. And I'm torn now which way we should go. Both of these are great opportunities. And at this stage of my life, I'm really just looking for great opportunities.
So there's eggs at the Hooters in Clearwater?
You know what? If I can combine these two, I could make this happen. Let me get back on this WhatsApp thread. Let me see this Signal thread and see what they got going. Let me see if I get up in here.
So that's the last Hooters left, the last of the Hooters, the original one?
No, they got a ton. They'll be fine. These eggs will be fine. These text messages
I don't know about
will be fine.
The egg part, I don't know. I'm just not eating eggs right now.
Well, it's probably for the best.
I get that too.
Market price wings, market price eggs. You know what? Maybe I'll be a vegetarian. We just go plants. Let's call it. It's over.
You can't get vegetables either. We did kick that. Okay, so let's be clear about that. All right.
Dang it!
It'll cost you like $20 for 6 tomatoes or some insane number like that. And forget about strawberries. Anything else, you're not getting it, boss. You forgot that part, didn't you? They're all in some jail in Venezuela or something like that.
I was excited. I was so excited. I had
all your team they're locked up someplace. And where is it? Is it Salvador or Venezuela?
Yes.
Which one? Both of them.
Both of them. Or some. No, actually, Venezuela is pushing back because they don't want them to send anybody to them.
Okay,
Salvador said, "You come on down."
Because
they want other people back. So
no, they take anybody. No, they just got these special security prisons I saw, and they just want to check, and because you can feed a guy for $10 a day on some rotten meat or whatever like that, and just take a check. And that's why we're saving all. That's why Dodge is saving us all the money so we can spend lock people up in other countries and stuff. What's Dodge? The Department of what? Government efficiency?
I thought it was Goofy Elon.
Okay. Anyway.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said it out loud. My bad. Okay. Let's go to the bright and happy stuff.
But that's bright and happy. Okay, so I read some pretty bizarre stories about this stuff. Now I don't want to get into it about it. We just want to keep on clicking along. So that's just I'll leave it be. Who brought that up? Wasn't me?
You did.
I want to just throw something in it for a second. Anyway.
Let's be clear. Like you said, let's be clear. That man was CD. I'm Mr. A. And that's the last we're going to talk about this episode.
Yeah, we leave it at. We're good. We're good with that.
Read your mind. Anyway, March Madness kicked off. A lot of games. A lot of good games. And I'm a little mad because I got my bracket done in time. I wasn't in a money league, so I didn't put any money in. But I got my bracket done, but apparently it didn't save. So all of a sudden I'm just looking at the game cast come up on Friday and I'm like, what? How did I get that wrong? Wait a minute, how am I getting that wrong? Wait a minute, how did I not pick the number 1 seed to win this? And then I realized it didn't save any of my picks. So that's fine. Everything's fine. But there was a lot of good games this weekend. We're already to 16 next weekend. I'm just going to go off because there was a lot. There was just a lot. But Auburn plays Michigan. Duke's playing Arizona. Ole Miss is playing Michigan State. BYU is playing Alabama. Florida's playing Maryland. Houston's playing Purdue. Texas Tech's playing Arkansas. Kentucky's playing Tennessee. There were like 15 SEC teams got into the tournament, and I'm calling it as it's going to be all SEC Final Four. I'm going to say it right now.
So they do a better job of recruiting kids from all over the country to bring them to the SEC. Is that's what that is?
Apparently, well, Kentucky was always dominant. Kentucky's Kentucky. Kentucky's been in it for a long time. But apparently the rest of the SEC caught up in terms of basketball. So all of a sudden Tennessee's been solid this year. Auburn and Alabama's been real solid. Florida's back. Florida's back, baby. Back.
Okay.
So, but also just across the board, I don't know. NIL money just made it better. All these basketball players are coming to the South. So they're not just stuck in, hanging out in Duke or the UCLAs of the world.
Wow.
Oh, they're out, by the way. But
UCLA?
Yeah.
How about Duke?
Duke's still in. Yeah, Duke's still in.
Was it got that kid? Was it Cooper Flag?
Yeah, hot stuff.
Huh.
But I saw your boys, in between games talking that smack as they do. So that was funny. Charles Barkley and the crew. And so, yeah, it's been good coverage. Just so many games. And my problem was like my system wasn't letting me do like, because usually I can get like, 3 or 4 events at one time, but it wasn't letting me do 3 or 4 of the basketball tournament one time. So at one point I had 1 men's game, 2 women's games, because women's game started, and like IndyCar. And I'm like, this is not, no. So I had to pick like one channel and go with it. Like it's like 2000 or something. I don't know how I live this life. But games will be exciting this weekend. You can catch up now.
16.
Sweet 16.
So who's the favorite?
Florida was the favorite coming in, actually, to win it all. So Florida or Duke. So depending on who people are going in, that's what people have been saying. So I'm going to see how this plays out.
I watched a little bit of stuff last night, but I wasn't really paying attention. I had too many people blabbering in my face about other stuff, but the games were on last night. So some of it, a little bit, but I didn't see that much.
But it's fine. You got it's the hard weekends, the big weekends, and now you're going to have a little bit easier to catch up because it'll be like a couple of games a day as opposed to like 20 games in a day. You start hyping.
Madness.
I walked into the bar on Friday. Was it Friday? Yeah, I must have came after that. And no, on Thursday, after lunch with some friends, came through there, and it was slammed. My bartender, one of my partners was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot the game started today. They've been kicking my ass." So I'm like, "Yep." People just parked.
Was that Friday?
Just parked. No, that was Thursday. Sorry, kickoff.
Oh yeah, Thursday was insane, dude.
Yeah, like you just couldn't get a seat. Like I found a seat. I was like, "This place is not that hopping. Where are all the old people?" Nope. So all these guys clearly got money on something going. So,
wow.
Yeah, that's how you do. It's the madness, baby. That's the basketball madness.
Is that your game? I don't know. But I've been
Listen,
told.
if they could just do March Madness for the NBA,
we don't need it. The NBA is doing just fine.
Okay, all right.
We got the play-in tournament.
All right.
That's fine.
Okay.
Hey, listen, I think my guys got about 10, 12 games to go. We're in a rush right now. We're in Orlando tonight, so that your Magic's going to be all roughed up after we finish. Game kicks off. Huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
The game kicks off at 7. We got to get back. We let Chicago beat us the other night. I had to pay for my boys to ride me last night. They called it a practice. What do they call it? A Bulls practice session. I said, okay.
Yeah, was it like 15 points? 20?
No, we lost by like 30.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Well, we got a lot of guys back, so we're a little bit discombobulated. We're fine.
Okay.
We're fine.
Okay. Magic's on like I think they said 8-game skid at home.
They were doing fine, but then something happened. I don't know, but it's just no. But NBA got in the season running. You still got the top dogs. You got OKC in the West, and then a bunch of other people together like the Lakers, the Warriors, Houston. Who else is in that top 6? Clippers. I want to say the Timberwolves, but everybody else down to the last 4 has something different. But then you got in the East, you got, of course, the Celtics. No, actually, Cleveland's at the number 1 spot.
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland, freaking Boston. Is it Indiana?
Your Knicks. Knicks, then Indiana.
Knicks are in it too, because my buddy he's a Knicks guy. He's a New York guy. He's a New Jersey guy, but he's down here now. He's the Knicks guy. They're in it. But it's going to be a good finish because you still don't, except for the guys that are top runners, it's anybody's ball game. If somebody stay healthy or get healthy right now, because we got all our guys back. Now we got to play together a few games. But we were hurt. You got teams like the Mavericks, they're out. The Kyrie, they're out. Who else lost? Phoenix is done. So it's gonna be a great run. You still can't say who can win for all the marbles. We don't want to be in the play-in tournament. We want to just get somebody in the first round and go forward. Oh, I forgot about Denver in the West too. Denver's good. So it's gonna be good. I don't know. Does football ever end? NFL, when they had the draft, what did I don't know.
The draft's about to happen.
It didn't happen yet? Because he was talking about like it happened.
No, the draft hasn't happened. I think the draft is next. Hold on.
Because I can't turn on. I said, wait a minute, it's March. I don't want to talk about the NFL.
Yeah, draft's in April, the end of April. They had the combine, So
Okay. Then about who old quarterbacks going? Well, old quarterbacks go to die. Aaron Rodgers. It's just, I'm tired of the NFL right now.
I think spring football, that spring league is about to start up. So no one's going to talk about it, but it's about to start up.
What is it? UFL?
Yeah, I think it's UFL now because
United Football League
combined the leagues technically.
They're still making money. They got a TV deal and stuff. And you got a TV deal, you make some cheese.
Yeah, and they left I think when they did combine, it was the teams that had good attendance.
Yeah, and profitable
and ratings. So they're like, okay, we'll cut everybody else. So it's all good.
If that's your thing.
Yeah, it's got to be your thing.
While we're still on sports a little bit, guys, I was talking about the passing of Big George Foreman. It was like George is something else, but everybody. I was talking to my boys last night. Everybody coming all the time talking about George. Talking about the Foreman grill. I made all the money on it, but George was something else. I mean, I wasn't necessarily always a fan, but hey, George won the gold medal in Mexico City in 1968 Olympics. He won the title. Was he win the title? He beat Joe Frazier for the title because Muhammad Ali was exiled and all this kind of stuff.
Banned. Yep.
Because he refused inductment to do it in Vietnam. And so, but George had a great career, retired for 10 years or so, came back, won the title again at 45 years old. And then the Foreman grill thing fell in his lap. And the rest is history. The guy made so much money on that deal. It was insane.
So he said it sold like 100 million worldwide. He sold his naming rights in perpetuity for 137 million.
Yeah. The money's insane.
Yeah, he got paid on that.
Well, they gave him a piece to sponsor, but the numbers kept going so high they had to cut it down a little bit so they can and he agreed to the buyout, was still using it, but still that's a lot, dude. Just and because I was talking to someone about, I said the Foreman grill became part of their culture. When you get part of the culture, you're like, because everybody knows the Foreman grill. Everybody's had one, except for me. I never had one, but it's like we were talking about last night at the park. I said, yeah, man, I had like 4 Foreman grills over the years and stuff. Yeah. But George, I think George was 76 years old. He's like, wow. What we talk about? When he fought Ali and Kinshasa and Zaire, the Rumble in the Jungle, and Ali beat him to get the title back. George was like, what? You ever seen the movie? What movie? Who played Ali? Did he play himself in that movie? It was like, they had Vin Rames playing Don King. It's wild. It was pretty wild.
Oh, was that the Don King movie? Oh no, that was the Don King.
Only in America, it's called.
Yeah, Only America. Yeah, that was the King story, but yeah, he would have all these guys in there because. Okay, yeah.
Well, they put this deal together to go to Zaire, and this is a pay-per-view in Kinshasa, and Mobutu, who was the president at the time in Zaire, put all this money, built this one stadium for this one-time event, and that whole story was pretty wild. Because I think I was in high school or just getting out of it like that. It's just, they went there, stuff didn't go right. I think George got hurt. They had to put it off for a while. It was madness. But then once Ali got him in there, took Big George down. And then Ali movie came out. That was like, because he made a movie too, playing himself. So everybody's capitalized on the money. But George what a career and what a guy, man. Mm-hmm. And all of his 5 sons named George, huh? But George, he was up there with Muhammad Ali, Sonny Liston, Joe Frazier, George was one of the big boys.
Yeah.
One of the big boys.
Those legendary champions.
Yeah.
Those guys that people know the name.
When the heavyweight, I was talking to somebody a couple of nights ago, I said, listen, because that's when the heavyweight game was really a deal. They have some real guys. They had these guys, right? They had the European guys, a couple of those guys are big fighters from England and stuff, heavyweight fighters. They were good. The Spinks brothers, the fight game was a deal. But Ali set the tone for it in the early 60s and stuff like that. So but again, he's a champion. The legacy of George is huge, man. He's from Texas. So I just want to give a shout out for Big George. But you guys don't know, or you folks who don't know, guys and girls, you might want to take a look at this guy because what he did and in his career after the fact, that's an American story. That's a true American story. Yeah. Anyway, I say again, that's a true American story, huh?
Yeah. Sports legend, business legend,
entrepreneur, real one. Mm-hmm. George got he probably still got a big ranch and stuff out there in Texas. Just huge outside of Houston. But he's a Texas guy. Born in 1949, 76 years old, which is still relatively young. He's bigger, but for a big athlete like that, he still lived for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Yeah.
that's all I know. I like it.
Come back around because we kind of glossed over a little bit. Talking about that Celtics team, real quick. They're selling the biggest sale in North American sports history, $6.1 billion.
That's just for the team, not for the facilities and stuff, right? Or
just for the team. Because I don't think, because they play, you don't own the Garden. They don't have a piece of the Garden at all, do they?
I know. That's what I'm thinking. Because I thought about TD Garden. I know well, they kind of have a piece of it. But $6.1 billion, that's hey.
But they did talk about there's they do have some money tied up in some long-term contracts and some things and some people they just did. But
they got two guys on max deals, so it's like between the two of them it's probably $600 million.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum and the what's his name? Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown, yeah. $550 million, not including this season.
What really, come on. They just won the title.
Yeah.
They're gonna be in contention as long as those guys are there. So they're not gonna be hurting for money. The revenue is gonna continue to come in. But that's what the max is.
I think the owners, maybe that's why the owners were like, oh, we're losing money, so that's why they want to sell. But they bought the team for $360 million.
Yeah. So they ain't losing money. They just walked away with
fine.
They just walked away with $6 billion.
Yeah, like 20 years ago. That wasn't even not like they had it that long. So
it's like Cuban. When Cuban sold his majority stake in the Mavericks. What he bought the team for is nothing. He walked away with $3.5 billion, and he still got a piece in the team. Now everybody mad about Luka, but still, those numbers are like insane for sports people. But hey, maybe you don't care about sports. If you care about your eggs,
people care about sports. You're not trying to buy eggs at the arena. You definitely listen. You shouldn't buy eggs anywhere right now, but definitely not in some sort of NBA arena.
No egg foo young.
Be $36 for a small. You get one egg. One egg.
That's pretty. Anyway,
am I what?
What's happened down around the Orlando town? We had a great weekend here in town. We had games here that was it Disney or Ice Capades was here or something like that at Lamy Arena the other day.
People had Disney on Ice, maybe.
Yeah, it was Disney on Ice. My bad. Disney on Ice. The weather was great. I mean, just about 75 degrees, a little bit of breeze. People were everywhere. All the cruise ships were out. It was just good to just be around and enjoy this Florida weather before the heat sets in and starts to take you down.
Yeah, it's the end of spring break, so we just had traffic. I'm sure there were a lot of events, but there was everybody was.
That was traffic. I ended up
clear out for a minute, but
I was in Clearwater Beach. It was traffic. People everywhere, and the temperature was like 70, but people still out like it was 90 on the beaches and stuff. It was it's Florida.
You can get springtime.
Yeah,
2 minutes of spring, baby. I don't know.
You do know.
Oh, I do know.
You just don't want to deal with it.
I just leave the windows open and then close it, and it's fine. I think, my friend, that might be it.
No, that's not.
What do you want to do?
Is this a fake story or is this a real story about the whole idea about the French want to take back the Statue of Liberty?
Throwing bombs
because that's funny, dude.
It's not a fake story, but you kind of some French legislator, some backbencher bomb thrower said basically, "Hey man, we're going to take it back because this doesn't represent the."
He entered legislation, so he was just doing it just
to talk some smack.
Yeah, okay. Because I was someone said, "Well, that's probably not true." So I said, "Well," but he just want to do it. Just say if everybody being all sideways about nothing right now, it was back. Can we have the statue back?
Right. And then it became a whole thing.
Well, it had legs, boss.
Well, it had legs because, like, when the White House press secretary says, "Oh, maybe you should, be thanking us more because you'd be speaking German if we had saved you in World War II." But that's not why you got the statue. They gave us the statue after they helped us win the revolution.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't be.
So some people don't study the history; they have no idea what they're talking about.
Some people are young and don't read.
That's what I'm saying.
Some people are old and don't read.
That's funny. So you were speaking German. Plus, actually, we got into the war late. The war was pretty well accounted for the U.S. finally got in. We didn't get into what, 43, 44?
41
We went in that early?
for World War II?
Yeah.
Yeah, December 7th. For
I have
Harvard.
no.
Come on, man.
Okay, fine.
We declare war on Japan, then we declare war on Germany, and then all the bombs we were already giving them, we just do it out in the open now. Hey, we in it. We'll see it. Let's go. Let's win in Europe first.
Did we win?
Yes, we won. You know how I know that? Because victors get to write the history. So yeah, we won.
Yeah, that's why they call it his story, huh? I don't know, but it's been one of those kind of weeks. It's not a lot of a lot of political stuff nobody wants to deal with right now because everybody's a little freaked out. So I don't want to take sides on any of this kind of stuff. And let that ride for another week or so. Let's just talk some good sports, some entertainment. Any movies out worth watching? Anything like that that's going down in the pipe?
I mean, Snow White bombed. If you care about that,
they made money. The critics bombed. I saw
no. It made some. It's not going to make money. Not for how much that movie cost. It made about $40 million this weekend, which you'd say, yeah, that's a lot of money. That's not a lot of money on a $200 million budget.
First week. So you say they're not gonna make any more?
No.
Why?
Yeah, sorry, that's 40 million America, and I think worldwide it made like another 40 million. So it hasn't cracked 100 million. Yes.
So okay, so what about the people didn't like? So I read a couple of articles. Some guy was saying it's woke or something like that. I have no idea. So I know. So I don't know.
So I think so for just the story, I think a lot of critics didn't like the story and said the pacing was off and the story's bad and the acting, the two leads, Gal Gadot was not doing. We don't know what Gal Gadot was doing in the movie. Like she's playing the evil queen. They didn't like the actress who was playing Snow White. So story wise, they had issues. Coming into the movie, there was all these controversies between the main actress whose name I can't pronounce was really up on Palestinian rights. Gal Gadot is Israeli, served in the Israeli Defense Force. She definitely is on the Israeli side. There's also some, diversity things that they're mad because, the lead actress is Hispanic. And yeah, there's some controversies and sides talking some smack. I think the problem really was I don't think the story was very good and they had to rewrite. And by the time they got this film, Disney barely advertised this. They really controlled this.
Yeah, because I didn't even know it was coming out. I had no idea.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because they didn't want to put a trailer. They put a teaser out and didn't want to talk about it. So I think they already knew, despite any controversy, I think they already knew that the story wasn't going to save them. It was like, you can be controversial and still have a good story and still make some money. I think this was it. And it wasn't for me. I wasn't going to go see a live action one.
No, I never seen a Snow White movie, so I would know.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Peter Dinklage was mad because they still were doing a Snow White story with 7 dwarves. So they ended up doing the dwarves as CGI. So then the rest of the dwarf community got mad because people could have been working, but no.
Oh yeah, okay. I
forgot about that too. So nobody was happy. They wanted to see this movie.
We're not happy anymore. We can't be happy right now. We're all sideways about it's all superficial nonsense, but what do I know? There's some good. So I saw a trailer of a movie called it's in the John Wick vein, Ballerina.
Ballerina, it's a spin-off movie or a side story.
Yeah.
But our
so basically it's a female John Wick because she's kicking some butt.
Yeah. Was she in one of the movies?
All I know is I
the
saw
last
it,
one,
and that's like next month or something. It's coming pretty soon.
Yeah, but she's the girl from the last James Bond movie from No Time to Die that was helping him down in Cuba.
Yeah, okay.
Part of the movie, yeah, she's that. So she's athletic. She she can move in terms of like action set pieces and things like that. Yeah, so it should be. I mean, it's not good. You're gonna watch it.
Well, everybody, it's because Keanu Reeves appears in it as a cameo, and he does. I saw him in the trailer. So, there's some good stuff streaming. That's I just saw a called Mob Families. It's on Paramount Plus. It's going to start at the end of the month here. With what's the guy played? Played James Bond before Daniel Craig did.
Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce, yeah, I like Pierce. I've watched anything Pierce does. So it's like him and it's other English ladies. I think it's going to be excellent. This movie's coming out, boss, huh?
Yeah, it's still coming out. all the prestige TV, all this stuff. I'm just, you gotta make a decision what you want to watch. I gotta finish up these things. So,
Would you say it's not? So this is not the movie time of the year. That's why because it seems like an odd time for Snow White to come out.
Yeah. This is not this is the spring. It's the slow sign. Summer doesn't start till May, whenever, or end of April. So this is like the slow. You might put some stuff out for spring break for your kids, which this should have been. They got like the Minecraft movies about to come out.
Yeah, I saw that.
But there's not a lot of there's not a lot of stuff coming out in general, like product wise. Like Oliver's not really dumping a lot of things. So yeah, it's a slow season. We pick up for summer. We got all the Marvel stuff out. We got all the DC stuff. We'll have, your action movies, things like that.
Is that like a Daredevil movie coming out? Because I still haven't seen a Daredevil movie I liked. And I used to love the comics.
The show, the Daredevil Reborn show, Daredevil Born Again show is on Disney Plus. So picking up from the Netflix Daredevil series from a couple of years ago. So that's on. That dropped.
What about the movie it's out called Black Bag or something like that? Close to some espionage?
Yeah, Cerebral. I think I've seen some good reviews on that, but see what the cinema score is.
I'm not going out to the theater, so I won't be seeing it. I'm just kind of following. Yeah. I catch it when it comes streaming. Huh?
I mean, if it doesn't make any money, it'll be on streaming real soon. So
yeah, you get
that window is very slow.
Yeah, 60 days now. It's out there.
And Pierce Brosnan's in that one.
Yeah, Pierce getting all the work.
In his old age. Look at him.
He's getting all the work.
And Jean Page, how about that guy? He was going to be a movie star, and then he wasn't. All right. Yeah, we're just in a slow period right now.
It's so I guess, yeah, it is. Yeah, we're too busy firing everybody and stuff like that.
I did try to watch the Tokyo series for Major League Baseball. So LA versus Chicago, they flew out to Tokyo to play 2 games at the Tokyo Dome to kick off the Major League season, which I thankfully doesn't start for another couple of weeks, but this is the first 2 official games. But of course, they ran it live at 6 a.m. our time. So I DVR'd the first game and just kind of had it on just to watch, just to see. Shona was not having a good game that first game, but it was packed, and Bill Murray was there because of course he was. Murray. And then he was at one of the NCAA games a 2 nights ago or something. So he just gets it. It's what he does in his off time. Just go to sports. But yeah, it's a packed game. And they hyped it up. They hyped it up. Major League Baseball back in Japan. Come on. So I'm like, all right. But that's just early.
Well, they got the Yankees were here for spring this weekend. So some baseball stuff is all over the place because they were here playing, and I saw a lot of Yankee fans around with their stuff on because they're here for playing spring. So that was also part of the weekend here. So if you're a baseball person, but they were all over the place. There was a tournament here. The Vespa Golf Championship was out there near Innisbrook and what's it? Dunedin, Tarpon Springs. It's pretty wild, but if you follow that kind of thing, it's spring. People do all this kind of stuff. Goody.
Spring time.
That's about it.
Well, we're going to let you guys off early. Thank you, as always, for listening to Liquid Latenites Podcast. We're on all your finer streaming platforms. Please like and subscribe and review. Leave us some 5 stars. Apple Podcasts. YouTube.com/Liquid Latenites.
Hey, can I throw something quick before you leave? There's one other movie I forgot about. I saw a trailer called The Amateur.
Remy Malek.
Yeah. And Lawrence Fishburne's in that one. It had some edge to it, but it's like the same. It's Jason Bourne. It's basically the Equalizer. It's all this kind of stuff. It's a revenge porn. I guess they call it something.
There's 5 scripts in Hollywood.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you're right. So anyway, that was.
He's a weird dude. Like anything he does, he's just. Weird.
Yeah, he's a different kind of cat. Yeah. You get typecast and these type things. He's weird. Let's give him all the weird deals.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Like and subscribe. We out.
Peace. Good night. Bye, Dave.